Eagle Alley from the old high school. This would be the main kind of common gathering space directly ahead of us here. So we can walk that way and then we'll kind of make a loop around and I'll show you some of the unique features of the space. You notice there are no lockers in here. So you're not going to get the sound of lockers banging and things like that.
So what do you substitute for lockers?
Backpacks. They're going to have laptops. Every student gets a laptop, one-to-one. So each student will receive a MacBook. And there will be a bar here for students to sit down, plug their laptops in, recharge. So this is kind of a gathering spot and an entrance into what is a community space, and I'll kind of explain some of the community space. This area here is what we're referring to as the info link. We're looking into this puck system that's going to be installed, that a student sitting at a computer can hit the puck and what's on their screen will display on the wall on the TV. Next student finds something that's relevant to project-based learning, they hit their puck and their image comes up on the screen. So what that does is creates a true collaborative learning opportunity for them rather than getting up and running around and looking at each other's screen to see what's going on the wall. This space right here will really show you and explain to you what we're talking about when we say that we've designed flexibility and adaptability into the space. It's perfect right now because none of the doors are installed. So you can see that once the doors are all open, that this is one large space. Or it can be closed down into smaller, unique, typical classroom type situations. So one of the things that we had to accommodate for in this concept was where to put a gym. And so we had to start even thinking about the gym differently. This is going to be a health club rather than a traditional basketball court type gymnasium. There's going to be treadmills, cardiovascular machines, free weights in this area, and a large open space that they can do yoga, wrestling, that types of things. But there will be TVs on the wall just like you see at a typical like 24/7 or some of your other gym facilities out there. These doors will be replaced with glass roll-up doors so you can get natural light in here, and the loading dock is going to be transformed into an outdoor space for the students. Early in the design process, we met with different groups. We had students. We asked them questions like, how important are lockers to you? The majority of them said, I don't even use my locker. And we even met with each of the individual teachers that are directors of the curriculums that they serve and individual teachers. And we got feedback from them. So everything that you see done here is a product of those meetings. We had a group of students last week walk through, and one student actually said, man, I just thought there were going to be a bunch of plywood walls up. He said, this is great. So they were all really excited about it. This space back here is a little dark, but it's going to be the Jet 14, the broadcast studio. And you can see we've got a pipe system in there for mounting lights and speakers and things like that. But the control booth will be over here. Don't touch the walls, they are wet. This is going to be the production booth in the office. So this is where they will film. The nice thing about the spaces is they're adaptable. So they're not set in stone. So if they find that something doesn't work one way, they can try it another and get it to a way that works for them. This is an interesting space, a little different here. We've got, this is the marketing department. We've got 3 windows here that are going to look into the student store space. So the students will start in here in a business class, write a business plan, implement the business plan, run the store, and then run the coffee bar, which is on the other side of the wall. This is the entrance to the Commons. The Commons will be the main gathering space, also serves as the cafeteria space. Doing these flexible adaptive spaces didn't work unless you had the technology to match it. So an important facet and piece to 21st century school design is making sure that you have this technology to support it. So now that we have things like wireless and iPads and laptops, and we can take our information from one space to another, 21st century school concept becomes a lot easier. I think that there are a lot of schools out there that are going to look at this model and see how it's being used and see how it could affect their learning opportunities.